Hello and welcome to English 102. My name is Brent Schaefer and you've just signed up for my online Composition 2 course. So first of all, I want to take a moment to say welcome to class. I take teaching very seriously and I love English. So I'm going to work very hard to make sure that we have a great quarter together. This is an online course, so online courses require a lot of self-discipline and a lot of self-starters from the students, but I guarantee you that as your instructor, I will have the same discipline and the same diligence coming from my side of the computer. I also apologize, I have a little bit of a cold, so hopefully you can understand me. In this first video, the first of many, I want to introduce you to the kind of theme of this course and how the course is going to go for the rest of the class. And we're really going to be talking about identity and self-discovery through comic books a lot this quarter. There's a suggested reading list under the Lessons and Document tabs under Course Documents, which shows you the order in which we'll be reading these texts, but I also want to familiarize yourself with them. The first comic we're going to be reading is Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1. Marvel collected all of the issues from Ultimate Spider-Man that were written about 10 years ago and put them in these graphic novel volumes. We just need Volume 1. Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 is the first comic we're going to be reading. I'd really like you to be reading it by the beginning of week 2. The second comic book we're going to be reading is Persepolis by Marjane Satrapi. I have the separate Volume 1 and Volume 2, but the bookstore has a bound single volume, which is turquoise. Either is fine, but you definitely need both volumes, 1 and 2. Persepolis. As we read those comic books, we're also going to facilitate our learning with Action Philosophers Volume 1. There's also an online link that I'll be able to provide on the website, and we're only going to be reading 3 chapters from it. Freud, Jung, and Campbell, Action Philosophers. Okay, at this point, I want to start talking about the syllabus because I have some idiosyncrasies as a teacher and I want to introduce you to how this class is really going to break down. Alrighty guys, so as I said, this is the first of many videos that I'll be filming for this course. I'm using some old classic videos from online courses I've taught before, so do not be alarmed if the length of my hair changes dramatically. Just be forewarned. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is the syllabus. Hopefully you've read it. It is a 7-page magnum opus. I worked hard putting jokes in there, so definitely read it. You have to do the syllabus quiz to show me that you're, comprehending, the rules and parameters of this course. But I do want to explain it a little more so that we both feel more comfortable with what my expectations are and what your expectations are. This is a portfolio class first and foremost. And if you've never taken a portfolio class before, you may be in for a little bit of a culture shock. The reason I teach writing as a portfolio class is because writing is a process that takes time and space to create new ideas and reflect upon them and develop them. Writing is not just about execution and precision. So you can't really test writing. You need to give a student time to grow and think and produce. Writing is a process. So the process points are a hefty part of this class, and I really want you to take away the importance of process in writing. You don't just sit 3 hours before essays due, knock it out, and ace it. That's really not writing. I used to think it was. I was kind of a bad student. I'd eat coffee beans and stay up all night, but that did not create good essays. You've got to write rough drafts and revise and revise. So therefore, the grading is a little different because I believe so much in process. This class is first and foremost about the learning, not the earning. I understand you want to get a good grade. I want you to get a good grade. A good grade represents you learned something. But I don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse. I want you to learn first and foremost, and I want you to grade to reflect your learning. So, a portfolio class removes the kind of execution and expectation of the grade as judgment. I once had a teacher tell me that grades are a one-word conversation, that a teacher gives a piece of writing a grade, it's a C. There's no room for discourse, there's no room for the writer to improve it, it's a done dead deal. And in writing, nothing's done or dead. You can always revise. Writing is communicating, and the human animal is not a perfect communicator. If we were, there'd be no wars or no poverty, if we all just got along. But we all need to work on how to better express ourselves and understand others. So that's why it's a portfolio class. How many of you guys have taken an English class where there's maybe 4 major essays, each one's worth about 25 points, and the first one comes week 3, the next one comes week 6, the next one comes week 9, and week 12, end of the quarter, the fourth and final essay, 100%. I've definitely taken those, and I don't like those because by week 6, 50% of your grade is already in the books. And you've only been in the English class for 6 weeks. Maybe you've yet to perfect the art of the thesis, or you've yet to really understand how to best craft topic sentences, but you've already written 2 essays and 50% of your grades in the books. A portfolio class flips that sideways. In a portfolio class, it's more like a snowball rolling down the hill. You'll notice that your final portfolio is like about half of your grade. It's huge. But if you think of the snowball rolling down the hill, you're learning a little bit every day. You're learning a little bit more every week. And you're getting smarter and smarter. And you're crafting and perfecting the same techniques over and over again. Thesis, topic sentences, logic, thesis, topic sentences, logic. You're revising the same essays again and again and again. So by week 12, by the end of the quarter, you are at the best writing shape of your life. You are totally prepared to hit that home run and ace that 50% final portfolio. Just want to explain that philosophy behind it so that you guys just don't get so intimidated by that huge point total attached to the final. So all the little weeklies, all the participation is all there not as busy work. It's all there to help you develop these essays, which are the meat of the course, okay? In short, to summarize the syllabus, the way to succeed in this class is to focus on your learning, not the earning. To focus on good communication. Use the online Q&A to ask questions that you think other people might have. If you just email me a kind of class-wide question, I'll just answer you. But maybe there's 20 other students thinking the same thing. Communicate well, participate fully, and really focus on your learning, because I'm really focusing on my teaching. If you have any other questions, go ahead and use the class Q&A, but I hope you're awesome and prepared for class.